Hey there, it is Jacob here from Firebrand Tarot, Astrology and Healing. I've not done a video for a very, very long period of time, so my apologies for that. That is because I've had my own kind of journey to go on and stuff like that. My own kind of Pluto-Saturn thing. So, okay, this is about astrology, ascension, and the vibrational raising of the planet, or the potentiality for the vibration of the planet to be raised, and how the planets and their sign placements are working on this. Okay, so I will deal with the bigger planets. So this is Jupiter through to Pluto, Neptune, you know. So Jupiter has been in Leo, and Leo is the heart, rules the heart energy, and drama, acting, all that kind of thing. So Jupiter expands. So Jupiter's been in Leo, so it's expanded the heart energy. It's made us aware of what's in our hearts, you know, so that's good, bad, indifferent. What is in our hearts has been expanded by the energy of Jupiter to make us aware of what we need to heal, which is in Virgo. Jupiter's moved into Virgo, so now we have the expansion into Virgo to help with the healing and facilitate the healing. And not only that, to help us look at the practicalities of our life, our day-to-day lifestyle, what we're doing, how we're living, what we're using our time in doing, what we're doing with our time, all of that kind of thing, how we're utilising our time, what are we doing for healing, what are we doing for healing the planet, what are we doing for healing other people. That is being expanded by Jupiter. Obviously Jupiter goes direct and makes us aware, Jupiter then goes retrograde and we have to go back over it again, and then Jupiter moves forward again and takes us into Libra. And when Jupiter moves into Libra is going to be where it's really interesting, because that's about balance, harmony, and fairness. And there's a lot of imbalance, a lot of disharmony, and a lot of unfairness on the planet at the moment. I think really, once Jupiter's moved through Virgo and gone into Libra, things will really, really start to get interesting. Okay, so we've got Saturn. Okay, Saturn has been in Scorpio, and that has been a hard transit in some respects because Saturn's been in mutual reception with Pluto. Pluto's been in Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn's been in Scorpio, which is ruled by Pluto. Scorpio is deep, dark, intense, going into the depths of your soul in some respects, into the depths of things, into the darkness, into the stuff we want to keep hidden. You know, a lot of people would have found that Saturn in Scorpio was a hard transit to deal with because they couldn't hide stuff, and more importantly, they couldn't hide stuff from themselves, especially with Jupiter expanding the heart energy. You really couldn't hide from your fucking bullshit, basically, and your crap. Now, what you do with that is important, and a lot of people haven't done anything with it. They've, well, you know, brushed it under the carpet or ignored it in some respects. Okay, so Saturn going into Sagittarius is really about us working hard on our beliefs. What do we believe? You know, so, you know, a thought is just a belief we keep thinking. So while Jupiter is in Virgo, working on the helo, Saturn's going to be in Sagittarius, working on our beliefs, looking at where we believe, what we believe, how our belief structures are all tied into what is going on with the planet. This links in with Pluto being in Capricorn. So what are our beliefs about what's possible for the economy? what is possible for us to organize ourselves economically. And I'm sorry, but if you are a spiritual person and you think you're spiritual and you are tied into the way that the economy is ran at the moment, and you don't believe it needs to change, and you feel that money and material gain is what you're after, then you're not that spiritual, you know? And it's like, because you're not, because the whole vibration of the planet will not raise until we sort the economy out, until we sort out how we deal with the economy, how the economy is organized, and how the resources of the planet are distributed amongst each other, and at the moment the 1% are in charge, and if you don't believe that, then you're a fool. They're in charge and they're doing what they can to stay in charge, and it's down to us to end that and build a better planet. That is all part of a raising of a vibration, the raising of our consciousness, the raising of what we believe. Sagittarius, beliefs. Sagittarius is the most optimistic sign of the fucking zodiac. Do you know what I mean? Sagittarius are so optimistic, and what hurts and brings a Sagittarius down is reality, is people who aren't optimistic, aren't positive, who piss on their fucking party or go to their party and piss on their fucking cake. That ain't good, and they don't like it. So with Saturn being in Sagittarius, we're going to have to work really hard on our beliefs, and people are going to find it quite challenging. I would imagine we're going to see things happen which are really going to challenge people's beliefs. It is possible that a fucking alien spaceship will land in New York or London or something like that, and it's going to really blow people's minds and really, really challenge people's beliefs. Or things will be revealed that are really pretty awful, and people won't believe it, or they'll choose not to believe it, or they'll try not to believe it because it's scary. It's like the Matrix, the red pill or the blue pill. Do we want to wake up? And again, the Saturn in Sag is a 3-year, 2.5, 3-year process where forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. So there will be 2 or 3 points of Sagittarius that get really worked on in terms of the forward, backwards motions of the way the planets work. Yeah. So we've had Jupiter, we've had Saturn. Okay, so we've got Uranus now. Okay, now Uranus is in Aries, which is the sign of action, ego, moving forward, being ourselves, being authentic. Uranus is innovation, change, internet, bolts from the blue. It's the breakthrough, breakdown cop. It's the tower in astrology. It's things happening out of the blue and unexpected. And Uranus is going to be in Aries. Obviously, it's going to there's going to be a trine between Saturn and Uranus at some point in the next 2 to 3 years, or more than one trine, which will be helpful energy, where we will really break through with something in our beliefs and stuff like that, be able to move forward. But it's also breaking down structures as well in terms of how society is. We had all of the squares between Uranus and Pluto, and they're over and done with now. So all of that kind of hard aspects were are over. So with Uranus being in Aries, we really have to innovate the way that we are, innovate who we are. We need to innovate our egos and update them in terms of what our place is in the planet, what our place is in the universe, what our place is in the multiverses, in the whole aspect of it. We need to kind of innovate all of that and change. Now, Pluto in Capricorn, we have not done it yet properly because we're still going back to the old economic ways. We have austerity in a lot of European countries. People are really angry about it and really upset because the taxpayer and the individual citizen has had to pay for the banks mucking up, and the banks are wealthy. People who work in banks get bonuses, huge bonuses. We've not learnt that lesson yet, and the 1% are still really clinging on. The whole Capricorn energy, is the energy. Capricorn is the sign of capitalism and corporatism. And I'm not talking about capitalism here because capitalism is a good thing, Corporatism isn't a good thing because you've got companies, taking countries to court. So several Latin American countries have refused to allow certain energy companies into their countries to destroy the environments and set up business there because they don't want the environment destroyed, they don't want the water poisoned, they don't want their people abused economically and politically by these corporations. They don't want their environments destroyed by these corporations. So they've said no, they're not allowing these corporations into their country. And these corporations have taken these countries to court, which shows you the power is with the corporations, not the government. So this is all what Pluto is doing. It's making us aware of all of this. It's going down into it, and it needs to be destroyed and transformed into something better. So that is the Pluto in Capricorn. That's working on that, which is a really important part of our ascension as a planet and as a species, in terms of what we're doing, in terms of that. The fact that majority of the world's problems stem to corporations and interference in governments and interference in the way that countries are run for their own means, because there is profit in conflict, basically. It's as simple as that, Now we are in the realm of Neptune, and I will mention Chiron as well, because Chiron is also in Pisces. Neptune is back at home in Pisces, okay? Now Pisces is the 12th house. Pisces is religion, it's spirituality, it's all of that. So, there's a lot of controversy at the moment, especially in America, around marriage equality and some religious states refusing to adopt what the law has said. Don't forget, Jupiter's going into Libra in a year's time. Libra is the law. Libra rules legality, the law, justice, all of that. So it's going to get really interesting. Because obviously it's going to square all the Platonic energy as well. But Neptune, Pisces, is all about the healing of religion. Okay, religion and spirituality being upgraded and renewed, because Neptune has not been in Pisces for a very long period of time, for hundreds of years. It's like a 200 and something year return. You never get a Neptune return in your chart. You might get a Uranus return in your chart, but you will never get Neptune, and you'll never get Pluto returns in your chart, because the transits are so long, So it's about religion and spirituality being upgraded, and it's having to upgrade for the ascension, because, if it's still bogged down in, well, two gay people can't get married, and if you do this, it's a sin, and blah, 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 blah. It's stuck in the old energy, it's stuck in the olden times, and it needs to upgrade. Now, Chiron is there. Chiron is the wounded healer. Chiron is working through to make sure that the healing is supported and helped by being in Pisces and going through all of that, So, Chiron is a fairly longish transit as well, You get, I think, one Chiron return in your lifetime. So that is the bigger picture. That is how the bigger planets, the bigger boys and girls in the zodiac are supporting the ascension of a planet. I hope that was useful.